Hello everyone, and welcome to my video on detailing my plans for RacingOn 0.6. If you don't know what RacingOn is, it's my first ever racing game, I should say, made in Unity, which makes it very important because it was actually one of the first Unity games I actually released to the public as well, along with vacuum trick shots. So this is a big step forward because this is like the big update after like how long? Quite a few months. So this is quite important, but also this is going to add quite a lot of interesting stuff, including one of the things that I managed to get started on before I decided to do other projects, or before I got before I really wanted to do MacX Racing, so I started that one after. So currently I've got one feature from MacX Racing, which is the special count takes time for the race to start. So you got a little almost invisible barrier in front of you before you start, so you have to wait about 5 seconds and then you both take off. And now, if you've played RacingOn before, then you would notice that the car AI has gotten a lot smarter, because I made it so that it follows a path. It's still a little bit crazy because it uses some... Whoa, I've just spun out. It uses some cubes, invisible cubes, and it basically follows that. I've also upgraded the graphics quite a bit, as I'm going to now do with quite a lot of my older projects, because that's important now, because I got the newer version of Unity and it introduces quite a lot of new graphic stuff. So yeah, this will be an important update because it's going to add quite a lot of fun stuff to the game. For example, I've planned on adding a demolition derby, or derby, wherever you come from in the world, battle mode. And yeah, if you're American, you'll most likely know what demolition derbies are. If you are from another part of the world and you don't really know that much about demolition derbies, I can be a little bit similar to that. I don't know too much, but all I know is that it's basically two cars smash into each other and rip parts off of each other, and it's quite interesting to watch, but I don't think anyone has ever put one into a racing game before, so I saw a little bit of an opportunity there for originality. Anyway, I'm going to come out of play mode. Now I'm going to just start on a demonstration. So this is going to be like a new way of a new, I guess formula or something of the detailing plans series, because obviously I'm going to be detailing plans for quite a lot of my older projects. And yeah, so I'm just going to demonstrate what I mean by how I'm going to create, or I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to create a demolition derby mode, or derby, by creating a simple, I'm probably going to get a little bit carried away with this, demolition derby battle mode track. So I'm going to just be adding in some rock textures. I'll just add in the cliff texture because I know it's a good texture. So yes, that'll again be for later on to use. A different texture, I've just changed my mind, a different texture for the paths, because sometimes unless it's a complete, like, just bump into each other, demolition derby or derby, then you would have like a little track that you follow, but then you'd still try and smash into other people's cars. Don't understand why people still do that, but people could get injured. But it's I guess there'll be something behind it. So I guess dirt. I don't know the name of every single tech. I'm keeping track of my assets in the game. Instead, I'll just actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do sand because I know that's in here. Because that's the closest thing I can probably use in to a dusty track. So I'm just gonna go nyan. Just quickly, in fact, I'll just up the opacity to fairly high. Oh, wrong thing. So yeah, so basically this is going to be the new way of me doing this detailing plan series and other things. I'm also planning on eventually doing live streams. I don't know how well that's going to go, but live streams of making video games. So if I do another 45-minute game challenge, I guess that'll be interesting. I'll be live streaming it. And yeah, so they're my plans of doing something. So if we can get some let me think of a good amount of likes. Maybe like at least 3 likes, I'll start doing live streams on this. Or live streams of game development. So if there are any people who want to get into game development, watching a live stream would be an interesting thing to do. Let's just zoom out, check out the track. It looks like a deformed hand. That's really the first thing that came into mind. Let's just add that little bit there, make it a little bit more interesting. So anyway, the next few plans I'm just going to go through. I'm going to add options for car AI, which will basically just be turn it on or off, because the car AI, I'm trying to make it in between hard and easy so that there's fun challenge and stuff. And yeah, I'm probably going to eventually, if I have enough time to set up a license, I might be able to get it out for mobile, Android, and I'm going to hopefully sign up for ID at Xbox, which is Xbox's independent game developers service, where the indie game developers like myself can upload their game to be reviewed by Microsoft, and then they will make a decision on whether it should go onto the Xbox One store / Windows 10 store. Hopefully they will allow it onto it. They should, but it will need to get a little bit better overall. So yeah, interesting times ahead, everybody, for RacingOn and Vacuum Trick Shots and all that. Speaking of Vacuum Trick Shots, I'm really thinking about making merchandise for Vacuum Trick Shots. So if you see a trailer for that sometime soon, I've already got the plain t-shirts for samples. If you see the trailer for that coming out on YouTube anytime soon, then don't really be surprised. I've been interested in making merchandise for so mainly Vacuum Trick Shots, RacingOn, and then just putting my logo onto a plain white t-shirt, and then putting the Portal Network logo onto a plain black t-shirt. Already got the plain blue for Vacuum Trick Shots and white and black t-shirts, so I'm really close actually to getting my first samples. So this will be a big step ahead if I actually manage to go forward with it. I should be able to go forward with it. I don't see anything wrong with it, like putting pictures putting pictures to do with the games that I've made onto a t-shirt and then eventually selling them, making my first bit of money. Unless I release DLC or something, I'll work it out eventually. I don't quite know how I'm going to do this exactly, but I'll figure something out. Anyway, so I'm just gonna make the radius of this 50, So the diameter overall is just 100 actually. You know what? How big is that? That's actually a little bit too big. I'm going to make it 80 in, I guess I would say, meters. Let's see how far I can go. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to go fairly far with this. Now I'm just got a few wind zones around. What a wind zone will do is it'll just make it windy, as you would expect. So this is now going to be a 100 radius. No, I'm not going to make it 100 radius. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make that directional. Let's see which way they're... Actually, hold on a second. Let's check this out. There we go. That should be fine. It doesn't know if I have wind in or not. Anyway, I'm going to end off the video here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.